A stack of stackables beside it. This one is mostly normal, so we're going to go through this one pretty quick. This girl is pretty big. She's around 3,500 grams, so very, very good sized female. I don't know if you can tell much from the video or not, but there she is. Next row up is another great big female, normal female. So again, we're not going to get too in depth with her, but there she is. Just a normal. So never know when you're going to need a big normal girl in your collection. And I apologize about the lighting in this one. This one is another big female, normal female. I fixed the light in here. For some reason it burned when I plugged it in before I installed it, and now it won't. So I'm not sure what's up with it. I haven't had time to fix it. So either way, another big normal female. She is the daughter of the one below her. So potential to get big, but she's not that big yet. Next row up is a guy that's kind of special to me. I know he's just a normal technically, but pretty special to me because he was my first snake. So he's the one who started all of this addiction to reptiles and to ball pythons in general. So even though he's just a normal, I will maintain him until the day he dies. So nothing special about him to anyone else, just to me. So all right. And last in this stack is a male that looks normal, and technically he is, but he's 100% het albino. I did prove him. He is the father of the albino female that I have that's at Daniel's house right now. But there he is. Pretty unique pattern. Still have him all these years later just because of that unique pattern. He has hearts on his body and his little swirls on his black back. Other than that, he's pretty basic normal looking ball python. All right, and then we're going to move on to the next stack of stackables over here. This one has my males in it. And on the very bottom, we have my male cinnamon that I got from Charles Watkins when he was in Texas. He's in Wyoming now, but there is my male cinnamon. Good-sized boy. Pretty good eater when it's not breeding season. He's off feed right now, voluntarily. Not my choice. That's his. But most of the time, he's a pretty good eater. Next row up, we have my male pinstripe that is supposed to be Het Ghost. I have not proven him yet, so might this season. He's locked up a time or two now with my butter Het Ghost. It's kind of a long shot, het to het on the ghost part, but you know, we'll see. It could happen if he's truly het. But male pinstripe, supposed to be Het Ghost. Next row up is a divided stackable. And in here is my male piebald. Low white, but I personally like the low whites myself because you get more of that orange color and more of this beautiful pied looking. You only get that pattern right there in pieds, nowhere else. And so this is why I love pieds so much. Not necessarily the white. The white is part of it, but it's not all of it to me. And why I prefer a 50% or less white pied. To me, if you want a white snake, get a blue-eyed Lucy. But enjoy a pied for the uniqueness that is them. And that's what I love about them. So there he is. And in this divided stackable, as you can see, there's a wall in there. And side 2 over here is my male butter ghost, or I'm sorry, butter het ghost, that will eventually be for sale. He's not yet. He will be replaced by his grandson, my triple gene, butter ghost spider. And this guy is just butter het ghost. So he will be replaced one day when my other little guy is big enough, but he's not there yet. So next row up is one that's also pretty special to me that I could replace, but I won't, just because I'm so in love with him. And I love honeybees in general, and so this guy is just really awesome. I got him from Daniel in 2012. Just a beautiful guy. I've always loved the honeybee, just their sides. I don't know if you can see it well in here or not. But they have the like little lavender looking spaces on them. And I just love honeybees. Is that'll focus there? You can see a good view of his head. Just love him. He's a sweetheart. He's not real big about being handled a lot. But otherwise, he's got a sweet personality. So, just love him. Absolutely adore him. Next, we're going to go up to something that I searched and searched and searched for. This is often most people's first morph. It was like my 6th or 7th, just because I could never find one that I liked until I saw this guy, and then I just fell in love with him. He is absolutely gorgeous. He is super bright. He's just a pastel. He's not a super. He's just a regular pastel, but he is so bright. He is a 2008 animal, so that should tell you how old he is. He is 9 years old and still just absolutely gorgeous. Just bright yellow, very, very little browning out in his sides. He has produced some very high quality babies as well. Unfortunately, the last couple of years, I've not had projects to put him to very much. But there he is. You can see all that striping down his neck. He's got a lot of it right there on his tail. So just a very good looking guy. And the last stack of stackables is over here. Oh. And in this one, we have Daniel's Spot Blast female. She's on loan to me right now. Been breeding her to my Super Sable male. Trying to see what we can produce there. Next row up, we have the other thorn in my side when it comes to my Super Cinnamon Pied project. My female cinnamon. I love her, but she's been a picky eater. Not quite as bad as the Pied, but she's still been a picky eater basically her whole life. So she's at weight now, especially for her age, but she doesn't seem to be very receptive most of the time when I put the male Pied in with her. She is also a ringer, and so I was going to show you that right there. Both sides of her tail, if she'll relax enough to see it. But she is a ringer. So one reason why I kind of thought she'd be a good one for a Pied project. Next up, we have my Butter Het Ghost female. That is the mother of all of the ghost things that I produced this season. So definitely proven, which I knew she was anyway because I produced her myself, and I knew her mother was a ghost. So I knew this girl was het anyway. But proven het now because she's produced them. Good sized girl too. Produced 10 eggs for her first clutch, so I was pretty proud of her. Granted, only 8 of them were viable, but all 8 did hatch and all 8 did survive. So very, very happy with her and her line. Next door to her is a pair that's locked up right now. This is the male you didn't see in the second rack with the big tubs. This is a Mystic Pastel male from Cody that he didn't have a use for, and so he says we've traded. Being bred to my female Blue-Eyed Lucy. Next row up, we have my great big, huge ghost female, mother of the butter you just saw. And the one who produced a 10-egg first clutch, a 9-egg second clutch, and a 14-egg third clutch. I've not bred her this season because with all the other pairs I have, I don't have room for all of her offspring in my incubator or in my hatchling rack if I bred her along with everyone else. So there she is. Very, very good breeder. Seems like her line of females is going to produce a lot of eggs. So I've got my fingers crossed on her. And last but not least is a second pair that is locked up right now. And that would be my male Blue-Eyed Lucy and my female Lesser. This is the same pair that produced the Lesser that's for sale right now.